had 70 years when he passed away. His mother was a midwife and his father was a sculptor, but somehow he ended up teaching philosophy. He developed the Socratic method. He never wrote anything. He died by poisoning, and his greatest student was Plato. This man wrote many dialogues for him, like the Apology and Meno. He was an antisocial, short, and bald man. Many people hated him because of what he thought, but many others loved him and even followed him. He had a famous saying that goes like this: I don't know and I don't think I do. So I am wiser than he is by only the triple. That what I don't know, I don't think I do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Socrates, the greatest philosopher of all time.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Socrates. We really appreciate your visit and we hope you can answer some questions we have for you.
Hello. I'm glad to be here and I hope that I can answer all your questions.
Okay, let's get started. The first question is, why didn't you leave any evidence of your thoughts in paper?
Well, it's really quite simple, you know. I never liked writing. I always preferred learning instead of remembering. So I led this to my best student Plato, who wrote this in a dialogue form. Actually, I never told Plato what to write about me. I think he only wrote the ideals of what he thought of me.
That's really interesting. I could never think of that myself. As you recall to know, you were very important to many other philosophers. They even based their knowledge on what you said. Do you think you were the wisest man on the earth?
Wait, I really don't think that. I recall saying that no one is wiser than other. But for example, some people, as the oracle or Plato, saw me as a kind of god. But I don't see me as a kind of god or demigod or something like that. I just wanted to seek for truth and tell others. What I did is that I just questioned everything so I could learn more.
Nice. Another thing we want to know is the Socratic method. What was that?
Actually, it's something pretty simple, you know. I use this method everywhere, and well, it's basically questioning without stopping until you achieve what you wanted to learn. But this is something very tricky. That's because you can't learn, you just remember things. So you need to remember this in order to use the Socratic method. And well, this method of questioning also improved my method.
Well, now I know why everyone calls you the father of philosophy. Fourth question. Why will you drink that poison?
Well, I love teaching, but when I teach, when I when I taught around Athens, everyone felt so dumb around me. So they accused me of corrupting the youth and imposing wrong ideas. And as you may recall in the book wrote by Plato, The Apology, I didn't ask for forgiveness. I just gave my arguments to the court and stood by them. That's why everyone, that's why every student I had asked me to leave, and well, I said no. I really wanted to defend my point.
Okay, a last question. Why you're saying I only know what I know nothing?
Well, it's really quite simple, you know. The more people claim to know things, the less they know, you know. Because if you don't say that you know things, then you can learn more things instead of saying, "Oh, I know everything" and things like that.
Well, Socrates, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the father of philosophy. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest student of Socrates.
His name is Plato. Hello, I'm really happy to be here with my teacher. He told me everything that I know.
That's great. But allow me to ask you a few questions, Mr. Plato.
Yes, of course. I think that I can answer all your questions.
Okay, first of all, it's well known that you were the best student of Socrates. But why follow him if you came from a wealthy family?
Oh, well, this is because I developed my life to help people to find insomnia. This is a statement of fulfillment which I want to share with you because I think that fulfillment is important in life.
That's interesting. But another thing we want to know is how many dialogues did you write?
Well, I wrote many dialogues, you know, something like the Apology and the Republic. But I think the most important is the Apology with Mino and Galax, etc.
I would like to read the apology sometime. I know it's the story of how Socrates was condemned. Another question, Plato. What do you think of popular opinions?
This is something that I agree with Socrates. Sometimes people opinions push us towards the wrong values. What we really need to do is to know yourself instead of listening others' opinions of the society opinion.
Okay, thanks, Plato. We're almost finished. What were you thinking when you started the academy?
Well, I thought that I have been traveling through all the world to learn new things. So why I don't share my experiences with everyone? I started being a sophist, and then I opened my academy, which was very prestigious.
Okay, last question. It is a hard one, but how do you define society?
I think that we will be better with democracy or no democracy, but with a group of governors, people who really think why they are doing those things. For example, philosophers.
That's an interesting idea. Well, that's it. Thank you very much, Plato. From this interview, we can say that Socrates is the father of philosophy, not only because of what Plato said about him, also because of what he thought. He brought us the Socratic method, the apology, the mina, and many other things. He had many students because of his ideals, and he always stood by them. This is amazing because only few can say they have accomplished something like that. That's why Plato said that he saw Socrates as a god. But we have still to learn more things about this.